Today we're making snow cone syrup. It's getting warm outside, and so today I thought I would make something which was really good, comes together pretty quickly, and you're going to be surprised by some of the ingredients that I use, because normally I go for all natural ingredients. However, this time I opted for a pre-made ingredient, and we'll come to that when we get there, but I'm going to tell you why. The pre-made ingredient is actually a drink mix. The drink mix I use because I found that when I made it the natural syrup, it just didn't last as long as I wanted it to. So I decided to go for a pre-made packaged mix because those lasted the same length that I wanted them to, and they also have that snow cone syrup taste. So this will give you the true syrup taste, and it'll also give you that great lasting ability. Now, here's something that you can play around with. We're going to start off with 2 cups of sugar. Now, you do not have to use 2 cups of sugar because what we're going to do is make a simple syrup. The simple syrup is even amounts. 2 cups of water to 2 cups of sugar. Put this in a saucepan, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat it on the stove until the sugar absolutely melts, and then we are going to remove it from the heat and bring it back here and let it cool. But remember, this does not need to boil, we're just melting the sugar. So I'll be back once this the sugar has melted and it has cooled. Our sugar and water mixture has cooled, and I've done 2 of these so I can do 2 different flavors, but I did put mine in the refrigerator for a little while to make sure that it cooled down. Now, in this container I have 2 packets of a flavor, and what I'm using is just unsweetened drink mix, and it needs to be unsweetened. And the reason that we're going with unsweetened is I learned this lesson the hard way. I went with a pre-sweetened drink mix and no sugar at all in the water, and it tasted like an artificial sweetener. No matter what I did to it, it still tasted very, very artificial sweetener. And you're saying, but it's an artificial taste, so you can imagine what it tasted like to have an artificial sweetener with an artificial taste. Yeah, it was a bit bad. So if you use the sugar method, you won't have that. So I'm going to take my 2 packets of mix, dump it into my sugar water, put the lid on it, and like I always like to do, just shake it. I want you to shake yours until it is thoroughly mixed, but we'll jump ahead right now and I will do the other packet. Like I said, these are 2 packages of drink mix, and I went with traditional cherry and also blue or wild berry. Here's another great reason to use the drink mix packets, is because you get these wild colors. Without them, you wouldn't get as wild colors. And some people could live without it, some people must have it. But we're going to put these into different kind of containers. Let me show you. These are just condiment containers, and I'm using them because it'll make easy for little hands to be able to pour this themselves. Now, since I know I'm messy with these things, I'm using a funnel, pouring my syrup in, and then I'll put the lid on. Once again, doing the cherry. Now, I like to store mine right in the refrigerator. So I'm going to clean this area up and I'll be right back. Now, I'm just using a snow cone maker, but you can use any kind of shaved ice or anything. And this snow cone maker was really cheap, and I got it so that I could do this. Then, I can top it with my syrups. Wow. That's really good. This is one of those recipes you can make and keep around. Just put these in the refrigerator and it'll keep them nice and cold, so that way when you put them on your ice, it won't melt as fast. If this is your first time here, remember to subscribe. Every Tuesday I do a recipe. On Thursday it's a cocktail. On Friday it's tips for keeping your house. And then on Saturday you'll wake up in the morning with a recipe for a sweet treat. Remember, keeping your house doesn't have to be a full-time job. Turn it into a hobby and have some fun.